Welcome to the Phi Life podcast. I'm John Barban, and with me, as always, is Brad Pilon. And today we're going to talk about what to, if you're going with the current, or what it is that you're the end result of what you're doing shouldn't surprise you if what you're getting is what everyone else is getting, and you're doing what everyone else is doing. I know that was a bit of a difficult.
Yeah, we'll take this back a bit. I mean, last time you and I talked, I was down in Kissimmee, Florida, at Epcot, and I was telling you a little bit about how just what I saw and what was making me think about in terms of obesity rate, etc. And we actually got ripped on just slightly for that last episode of Phi Life because someone said they wanted to see more data. They just didn't want to just hear about me telling them that I saw people who were, in my eyes, extremely heavy. They wanted sort of more science behind it. And so, even though I explained that Phi Life is mostly just you and I sort of thinking out loud, that yeah, you know what, more science is a welcome thing. So, John, you and I have taken upon ourselves to pull up the research on how much we eat. Only we didn't look up the scientific research and measuring calories. We actually looked up the economic research. And I think there's a lot to be learned from this data. So first thing, number one, is the total food sales in the United States in 2009. $1.6 trillion. So the 330 million people, roughly, in the United States spent $1.6 trillion on food.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, yeah. It's more money than I can't even picture what that would look like, but it's a lot of money, which also leads me to believe it's also a lot of food. Interesting stats coming out of this as well is that if you look at total supermarket sales, you're looking at roughly $526 billion in 2009. You look at total restaurant food sales, you're looking at close to $565 billion. So, in general, we are spending, or the United States is spending more money in restaurants than they are buying their own food. So, we're starting to see some interesting trends here, is that it's hard to lie about what you do with your money, right? I mean, it's everything when it comes to money is tracked, especially in the United States. So, while you might want to tell yourself that, yeah, we're doing okay, and I buy my fruits and vegetables, etc. You may, when you go shopping, buy fruits and vegetables. But the truth is, you're spending more money in restaurants than you are in shopping. So, I think these are some really important numbers to look at because the money doesn't lie, right?
No, and this is what I was saying about trends. Like, this is what most people are doing, and so the results most people are getting, this is why they're getting them.
Exactly. Per person, it's estimated that in 2010, people in the United States will eat about 108 pounds of red meat and about 99 pounds of poultry. So you're looking at that, like pretty close to 208 pounds of red meat and poultry be consumed. So for most people down there in the States, you'd say roughly your body weight in meat is what you're going to eat in 2000.
Well, in many cases, more than your body weight, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Other factors we have to consider. Number of grocery stores in the United States we have here in this research being 40,275. Number of restaurant food service locations comes out to 945,000. Right. So what we're learning here very quickly is that if you're a part of this group, if these numbers, I mean, in a normal distribution, right, these numbers represent an average of what's going on in the U.S. If you are part of this average, then there's no reason for you to sit in front of the mirror and looking at your body and going, I wonder how that happened. Because it's very simple. It happened because you're part of a large economic conglomerate that's driven by $1.6 trillion being changed hands for food, right? If you're doing what everybody else is doing right now, there should be no surprise if you're gaining weight.
And that's interesting because that goes back to the pushback people are getting when they try to start a diet and they don't do what everyone else